Forced silence condones police violence. Justice for Keith Davis Jr. I'm an activist, and this is about activism, art and activism. That's the Baltimore Ravens, Ozzie Newsome and Ed Mulatello. Never say die. These are the supporters of Shorties. I started this in 1997. The supporters of Shorties, self-help organization for the redevelopment, re-education of the young. That's Senator Kelly. Senator Kelly and his wife is part of this. Like I said, I'm making a movie and a documentary. And this is the layout. This documentary is called The Activist. It's about the activism in Baltimore. All right? It's about the activism in Baltimore. Since the world is watching, I'm getting ready to give you the Shorty sideshow. That's Brian Frosh. All right? Baltimore's House of Cards. That's Brian Frosh. That's Brian Frosh. That's a forged check. That's income tax evasion, fraud, racketeering in the courts. That's the comptroller asking for the police to get involved. I was kidnapped by the state. That's Elijah Cummings. And y'all ain't gonna like the legacy that Elijah got to give y'all. The Fourth Amendment of the Constitution, the right of people to be secure in their properties, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches, seizures, shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued but upon probable cause, supported by an oath of affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons and things to be seized. It's making a movie about Baltimore. Racism don't work without black cooperation. Shorty, pull your mask up? No. We're going to unmask Baltimore. Baltimore's House of Cards. We're going to talk about Kwai Issei-Mfume. We're going to talk about Brandon Scott. And we're going to talk about Jack Young. Because, see, that's my son. I got a vested interest in this. My kids, my community. This is Shorties, a self-help organization that gives you social, economic, political, medical, environmental, and members needed. You feel me? I even got some mental in there. That's your representative, Vanessa Attenberry, and she got the Shorty program. She also got my Whistleblower's application. If you're reading this, if you're watching this, you'll see my application to Mr. Harden from the Department of Justice. I'm a whistleblower in the courts. Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. The tale of three cities. That's the NAACP. I'm going to give you some Frederick Douglass. I'm going to give you some Thurgood Marshall. Man, I'm going to give you some good shit. That's Dwayne Shorty Davis. All right? I'm a member of Out for Justice. All right? Get out the vote. We talking about voter suppression by the Democratic Party. We talking about the cradle of prison pipeline that the Democratic Party has in Maryland, selling our kids into slavery in 2021. That's my son, Philip. I made him carry that toilet in New York about homelessness. Like I said, that's my pet peeve. And you see who he is, a representative of Congress. We talking about the 113th session of Congress, because at the 113th session of Congress, I went down there. Like I said, I'm making a movie about y'all. Trauma, expressive art and therapy. I use the toilet because the toilet is part of my trauma. A toilet don't care if you black, white, straight, or gay. A toilet take your shit every day. We talking about Poppleton. We talking about Cabrini Greens. We talking about the projects that y'all build. Robert Taylor Homes. You feel me? Like I said, I was making a movie. A Rob Fix production. I'm a whistleblower. I'm a 90s baby. You feel me? This is from 1986. The Innocence Project. That's Benny Starks. He just got out after 20 years. You feel me? I was making a movie about this. About your prison industry. Release all material to the voters. Y'all having these town halls with Fox 45 and y'all got these people speaking on behalf of who? Well, let's have a town hall in the streets. ABC, NBC, CBS. Let's talk about the role the media plays in misinformation. Because that's President Obama. That's President Obama. And that says that you're supposed to have an investigation. Like I said, I'm a whistleblower. We're going to go to the Supreme Court with this because, like I said, I was kidnapped by the state. I was kidnapped by the state. And these are rules of the Supreme Court. It's called a writ of certiorari. I'm an indigent. Yeah. That's Rob Fix. That's Baltimore County Circuit Court. And we're talking about your prison industry. 14% of drug users, 50% of the prisons. See that? Criminal case number. 2017. So Peter Francott, I need a Francott, however you say your name. I'm not good at pronunciations, but you need an audit. I need an audit. You need to audit Shorty. Because like on February the 7th, I applied for Martin Luther King's job. That's my job application. You're talking about the courts and the criminality in the courts, filing false papers with the courts. Y'all file these charges against me. I want a court date. Told you I was making a movie, Get Shorty. That's Vicki Lawrence. That's Governor Schaefer. And that's Sam Cassell's. That's the visitor's pass. Office of the State's Attorney's Office. December 1st, 2014. See that? Visitor's office. I blew the whistle on your courts, and that's where we're going. I don't want the judge. I want the judges, the lawyers, and the politicians. That's Greg Bernstein. And that's my Department of Justice ID number. So, Erek Barron, you got a job, and I want first. I want to testify in front of a federal grand jury. And that's the state's attorney stamp, because I went to your office. That's Scott Schellenberger. That's Moxley. That's President Trump. That's Chief Hyatt in the state prosecutor's office. Yeah. Johnny Oleski, county executive. Head state's attorney Marilyn Mosby. That's 2016. Mosby been shielding this. That's Jane Miller. You see where I'm going with this. Mail receipts. You're going to have to pull deuce the mail. That's Eric Holder. I already got a case file with y'all. And at the end of the day, that's Karen York from the Job Opportunity Task Force. That's Nicole Mundell. Yeah. That's Christopher Irving. We went to Congressman Cummings' office. And that's Justin Fenton from the Baltimore Sun. See that? I don't want no misunderstandings. Commode emotion. Y'all charge me with terrorism. Man, no. I'm getting ready to give y'all a book. The Baltimore Block. It's an examination about your prison industry. It's a time to pee. Y'all gave me the Weaver Award. From Baltimore's worst to Baltimore's best. Selection year. Release all material to the voters. Release all material to the voters. I need an audit. Stop shaking our hands and do your job. I'm out $130 million because y'all took that footage out of my truck. Y'all took my property. That's my property. And it's covered under the Constitution. We're making a movie, The Great Race Debate. Nancy Pelosi, our elected officials. Yeah, y'all see the black women judges? That's a movie release, shorty documentary. See that? That's a movie release, shorty documentary. 1402 Lochner, filming a documentary about racism. That's Barbara Mikulski, 2009. That's Starbucks. Dear Marilyn Mosby, yeah, you got this. And I got witnesses. That's one of my witnesses. Jane Miller, produced the mail. President Obama. Scott Schellenberger, Governor Hogan. Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake. Mayor Pugh. And Justin Fenton, the Baltimore Sun. I'm not a terrorist. I'm an activist. I'm getting ready to terrorize you.